Hi everyone, this is Sagar Shah and I am in Isle of Man today. The island looks completely empty because all chess players have gone away. But the life of a journalist is such that when the tournament ends, all the chess players heave a sigh of relief. But the person who is there for coverage, his real job begins. And so generally, what Amruta and I have learnt in our all these years of coverage and also our team members is that it's wise to stay one extra day in that same place, because then you can finish all the work that is needed to be done. And so I did that. I kind of woke up in the morning and was working throughout the day, and then in the evening I came out around 8 o'clock to have my dinner. And right now I'm once again walking back on the same route from Villa Marina, which is right here, to my hotel Edelweiss. And what I want to do with this video is live back few of the memories of this event, not chess wise, because I'm sure that there were many beautiful chess moves that were played, different opening ideas, end games, tactics which happened, but rather just general moments which will remain in the minds of people and my mind for many years to come. So there were around 12 memories that I could think of, and let's start with the first one. The first memory for me, very special here, was Withits' birthday, because the day on which I landed here, on the same day was Withits' birthday, 24th of October, and we all went for dinner. Me, Anish, Jan Smeets, and also Vidit himself. And it was a very nice little party that we had with Indian food in this place called Orange India. The second memory of mine in this would be Vidit's expressions when he lost the first round. In this tournament, we were given some specified places to record the games, because there were already those places where there were already cameras put by the organizers. So they said, okay, you can put your monopods here if you want to record. But this first round where Vidit was playing was a game that was not in that specified area. Like, I couldn't record that game, but it was okay to record something if you put the monopods in the stands, sort of in the where all the chairs were in the playing hall. And so I just put it there and to record. And then with its very, very brutal loss to Erwin Lamy in the first round, and with it doing that expression, which was quite epic. Now that we look in hindsight, that he's won the tournament, that becomes a very memorable moment. Next up was Gukesh's, and I think it was quite a big surprise for me. Gukesh had one of the toughest events of his chess career, I would say. Since he became GM, I doubt if he had ever had such a tournament where he was in so much trouble, especially a classical event. But he stood in there, he hung in there, he was in decent spirits. But on one of the days, I think it was perhaps after a few rounds, round 5 or 6, he came to the board with a haircut. And he was growing his hair, and he really wanted to make it long, like Dhoni was one of his inspirations there. But then he just kind of decided to get rid of it. And this detached approach towards things is something quite admirable there by Gukesh. The rainbow is my fourth point. One of the days when it was just another day at the office, the round had begun and I was doing my stuff. Suddenly It was, I believe, Tanya Sachdev's mother who came and told me, Sagar, look outside, there's a rainbow. And I went outside and I couldn't believe my eyes. There was an entire rainbow over the horizon. It was a semicircular rainbow. And for me, this was a very, very memorable moment, the rainbow there. The fifth point is the playing hall. I think the playing hall was very beautiful, very unique. Yes, it was a bit cramped for space. Like, no, players couldn't walk very freely. There was not enough. But if you look at where it was inside the Royal Hall of the Villa Marina, it was really very pretty. And I think I was very lucky that we could cover the event there. There were these balconies and so on. Very beautiful venue. We then had the sea coast. You know, these walks which I do, I think these are very memorable for me. A lot of people said they enjoyed these walks where I would do the recaps every day. And the water, which was at varying levels every day, and at night when the water would come gushing out, oh, that was scary. But also, you know, it was so beautiful on some days when I would walk to the venue, and on one of the days I watched the sunrise, and I actually put my phone in time-lapse mode to shoot that entire sunrise. This is how beautiful it looked. So it was very, very close to nature. Right from my room, I could see this entire scene. So that is a big, big memory for me. Being very close to the nature, I would say Isle of Man is a very, very beautiful place. Indian fans, I think with this chess boom, one of the things that has become very, very a regular feature of any tournament where Indians are playing are the Indian fans. I was in Dusseldorf for the World Rapid team. So many Indians would come and they would sort of line up to meet the players after the round. And here as well, there were not many because this island is quite far, but we had one couple coming in from London after watching these vlogs, and we had one man who came from Scotland. He came with a flag and he was very, very excited in general. And actually it was very nice because he gave us that same flag later, which we used at the closing ceremony. Little did we know that both Indians would win the event. So he left the flag to us, he gave it to us, and then we could use it very, very well. I would say the final moment of Withits winning the tournament was very special for me because, you know, I was there recording it, and Withits won. Predke resigned. The arbiter came, shook his hands. Then Withits got up from the chair, and the first thing he did was he smiled at the camera and he was like, "Yes, I've done it." And in that moment, to literally feel this entire journey where he had, tried so many times and failed, and then finally this huge breakthrough that has come in his career. So I would say this one was a goosebumps moment for me, that moment. Also, I was very, very happy to sort of break the news to Vaishali when she finished her game, 10th round game, that she had become a candidate. And the interview which we did right after it, you could see the smile on her face. It was very, very nice. Also, Naga Lakshmi was there, Vaishali's mother. She was also very, very happy. So, this moment, generally, if you stream from home, of course it's wonderful. I'm in touch with the chess fans who are watching, but being here, I could actually experience this very raw emotions at the very fact, like at that time where they occurred. I could experience them. There was also this beautiful restaurant that we went to, and it was Flavors, and this is where Withit ate. For me personally, my relation with food here was kind of tricky because there was so many things to do. I hardly had breakfast. I think I had no breakfast on any of the days. No lunch as well. I would come to the venue and eat something from the vending machine, or there was something in the room that I had brought from home that I would eat. But the dinners were the time when we would eat really well, and I think out of the 11 rounds, maybe I had at least 6 or 7 times dinners with it in this restaurant called Flavors. It became our favorite restaurant. Palak paneer was what he liked a lot, so we ate there. And the people there were very nice. We met some chess fans there who were always inquisitive about how Vidit was doing or how India was doing, and that always made you feel very close to home. Food has this impact, that you are in good spirits. So really, the Flavors restaurant was one of our favorites, and I would highly recommend anyone coming to the island, and if you are looking for Indian food, then Flavors is really the best one. We also had, I think one of the things that I'll take back home is the top players, interacting with them, interviewing them, but also just seeing them in action. Many of them, Nakamura, Caruana, Ali Reza, these are the best. Apart from Magnus and Ding and Nepo, I mean many of the top players were here. Of course, spending time with Anish was also very special. I think we could spend good amount of time with him, and many other top women players were here. The Muzichuk sisters, Dan Chongi, Goryachkina, and to see all of them in action was really nice. And I think the final memory that I would take back home from here is the closing ceremony. Perhaps the most beautiful closing ceremony I have witnessed, not because there were any shows or any extra things that happened, just the very fact that 2 Indians finished first, and we could cheer for them. The stature of the event, the things that were at stake, the candidate spot, Vidit winning $80,000, Vaishali winning $25,000, and both of them gaining so much rating, and all of this contributed to that very memorable closing ceremony, and also having the Indian flag there. Some people did point out this very nice thing where, when Vidit was going, the flag was put by Prag's mother on his back, and Tanya came and adjusted it. That was a very nice scene there. Such memories will exist, and I think these are the things that I'll take back home, apart from, of course, the chess which happened here, which was very pretty. Everything was really high quality chess that happened here. On a final note, I want to give a big shout out to Amruta for her commentary that she did for all throughout the days. I think people enjoyed it tremendously. A big shout out to Saravanan, who was also commentating on all the days with her. Many of the days he would have a cup of coffee and would power on through the night just so that to see the Indian players doing well. Nikhilesh Jain, who was always there to support the streaming, Shahid Ahmed, who wrote articles every single day and also edited some videos, Aditya Roy, who edited most of the videos here. He was always up by 5 a.m. working, downloading, and edited so many of the playing videos here. Abhyudaya, who also did a fantastic job making all the reels and of course editing several videos. And Ravindra ji, who also edited a few videos. So our team worked together on this tournament. I was of course here doing everything on ground, but there were so many people working behind the scenes to make this happen, and I want to thank each one of them. I want to thank all of you for your support. That's why ChessBase India exists. That's what gives me this feeling of traveling to different places and sharing what I see with you. And I think that has become the basis of this channel, the people who watch it and who connect to the players, and I want to keep that going. So thank you all for being such wonderful supporters of chess. Take care, and this is a final goodbye from the Isle of Man. Bye bye.